Welcome back to my no damage walkthrough for Resident Evil 4, my friends. In the previous part, Leon had an encounter with Ada, and they're going to keep running into each other because that's just how they work. They're always bumping into each other and it never leads anywhere, but nonetheless it doesn't matter because Ada is going to be our partner every once in a while. And before we move on ahead, I'm just going to pay a little visit to the merchant and sell some more stuff. This chapter is very short, but there's one section right at the start that can be a little bit difficult. But aside from that, this chapter isn't too bad. And I just realized that the merchant was creeping in on both Ada and Leon when they were doing that little fight sequence.
Thank you. Is that old? Thank you.
I can totally see the merchant lurking in a corner. He does seem creepy like that. But anyway, let's get going. And for this next area, if you have a hand grenade, then you'll be just fine. If you don't have a hand grenade, then I suppose you could use an incendiary grenade. I think that might work. But first let's shoot that glass of wine. There we go. And get a hand grenade. And as soon as the next cutscene plays out, skip it and throw the hand grenade towards the gate. That will destroy the lock and get out of here before that Garrador can do something, because if you are still inside that cage when he starts swinging, then you'll be in serious trouble because you won't have enough space to dodge him. And as soon as you step outside, get back into the dining room and we'll make our stand here and take care of the zealots first, and then I'll dispose of the Garrador. The reason why I told you not to wait for that cutscene to play out is due to the fact that that will give the zealots time to position themselves and it will be harder for you to escape. So that's why the hand grenade comes in handy, but if you have an incendiary grenade it should work just as well. And sometimes he steps outside of the cage, other times he stays inside the cage, but if we stay here, I'm just going to wait for him to reveal his back. There we go. And let's shoot the parasite, and if we do this 4 times it will be enough. Let's get back here, that way he won't be able to get us. Let him do his little dance. This guy would be much harder to deal with if his eyes weren't shut. If they hadn't sutured these eyes, we could have had serious problems facing the Garrador, but as you can see, it looks like he's just a drunk sailor in a club doing a little dance. And there we go, he's down. And I'm actually going to try and run past these guys. Let's shoot this one. And let's shoot this one as well. Suplex, there we go. You guys are resilient, but I don't have time for this, so let's dodge. Don't keep jumping down. And after you pick up the hourglass, we're going to get out of here Just another suplex, because why not? And another suplex, there we go. And I am out of here. Okay, in this area we're going to use the knife trick once again. So I'm going to shoot one of the zealots that will make them come after me. And now I'm just going to use the knife as they climb up the steps. Time to improvise. But as you can see, I'm using the same strategy that I used in the village. Whenever the Ganados were climbing up the steps, I would just use the knife, and it's a strategy that you can use to save up some ammunition. If you're lacking ammunition, then this strategy comes in handy. Now let's push that lever. And as soon as we climb up the steps, there's going to be 2 more zealots coming after Leon. So jump back down. Don't run through the bridge quite yet, because that will trigger the appearance of zealots with shields. So first we're going to dispose of these 2. And by the way, there's a very good chance that the bald zealot, he might unleash a parasite. But if you use the knife strategy and use the knife to finish him off while he's climbing up the ladder, then he shouldn't turn into a parasite. Because it's a new type of parasite where the parasite actually separates itself from the body and attacks Leon. And it can also fire acid at Leon. And if it hits Leon with the acid, it can be an instant death attack. So you have to watch out, but as you saw, if you use the knife while they're climbing up the steps, then you should be fine. Let's switch to the TMP, there's that lamp, and we're going to shoot it to burn them. And there we go. And that guy is down as well. Now we're going to pick up a rocket launcher. We'll need a few empty slots to get the rocket launcher, but the reason why I'm getting the rocket launcher is due to the fact that I'll use it for a boss battle later on. So I recommend that if you have enough empty slots, you should get it. However, if you want, the merchant is standing in the corridor outside of this area, and you'll be able to buy a bigger briefcase for Leon at this point in the game, so you can always pick up the briefcase and come back to get the rocket launcher, but I can organize my equipment here a little bit. I always like organizing, so I don't mind. Keep everything tidy. Even though I admit that on my no commentary walkthrough that I did all those years ago, I was much more concerned about keeping my briefcase very well organized. I guess it's a little bit of an obsessive compulsive behavior on my part. Okay, so if we move up, you can break this lock and move on ahead. Like I said, if you don't have enough empty slots for the rocket launcher right now, then just buy the upgraded briefcase from the merchant and turn back around, collect the rocket launcher, and you'll be fine. because we'll be able to buy the XL case.
Got some rare. What are you?
See?
Saddles?
So that's going to be it for this chapter, my friends. As soon as we step through the door, this chapter will be over. We're just going to witness a cutscene. I know it was a short chapter. The next one won't be very long either, but it's to make up for the 2 previous chapters. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all later for the next part. Take care.
Leon! I got it! Louis!
Now that I have the sample, you serve me no purpose.
Sadler!
My boy Salazar will make sure you follow the same fate.
Stay with me, Louis. I am a researcher, hired by Sadler. He found out what I was up to.
Don't talk.
Here. It should suppress growth of the parasite. The sample. Sadler took it. You have to get it back.
Louis!